Alright, so we just spent like almost 2 hours, oh my god, making concrete, and that gave us these 3 chests of concrete, and now we're gonna go place it all. We finished putting in our ceiling. It took, I don't know, probably about an hour actually, not as long as I thought it was going to put in. That's 10,000 blocks of black concrete, and that's what we have left over to do, or it's obviously not enough, but we now need to do the floor. So this might be a bit of a shock to literally everybody ever, but I'm actually currently mining for gravel. I am mining hoping to find gravel more than any other resource, because my big holdup right now on my enchanting hall is to do the floor, because I got the ceiling in. If I want to do the floor, I need 3 shulker block boxes of gravel. So we're mining for gravel. So we've managed to, here, I'll go over here and show you, it's easier. We've managed to completely fill these 3 chests with black concrete powder, which means we've got the concrete required to put on our floor. But if you want to prevent mobs from spawning, we need enough glass to completely cover the floor in glass as well. And because sand is such a valuable commodity, I need to purchase, because, you know, the alternative is to not have glass, right? I need to purchase enough glass for my villagers that I can cover the 10,000 block floor in 10,000 black glass. So this is going to take me way too long. Especially because, yet we are no longer in the working day and we can't sleep yet. So we're kind of gridlocked until we're able to sleep and then wait a while. I think while we're waiting, though, I'm going to move that farmer that's there has to die. I'm going to move some of these guys into those spots and not make them librarians. I'm actually going to get clerics because I want to be able to start buying bottles of enchanting. Because well, I ended up caving looking for gravel and my shovel got pretty much broken, and I want to be able to carry bottles of enchanting with me while I'm doing the doohickey. So actually, I need to have a blaze rod to make... Shoot. Okay, we have to scoot back over to the main base, which is fine because you know, we're still waiting for time to pass so we can sleep anyway. It doesn't really matter. But that's the current spot we're at. We have enough black ink, or, you know, I suppose ink sacks, to create black dye, to dye everything, and then it's just a matter of putting 20,000 blocks in. And then we have to calculate how many blocks the walls are going to need, put in the walls, and then build whatever we're going to do for our entryway. But believe it or not, we're pretty much done. I don't know, I'll probably say 75% done our enchanting hall, which has turned into a like 25 to 30 hour build. It wouldn't have taken as long if I had 7 double chests full of gravel on hand, but that's kind of a ridiculous amount of gravel. And who would store that much? So let's, I don't know, just grab 3, make them into brewing stands. That back. Oh, well, we'll just throw those away. So, ooh, and we need a boat to move the villagers because they're going to be butts. Also, dirt wouldn't be bad. We have dirt there. What am I doing? So yeah, the plan is to move and get some clerics going. The problem with clerics is they're kind of expensive to unlock their later trades. The new clerics really suck, in my opinion. The older cleric trades were far superior. And, I'm sad to see them go. We just finished getting all of our black glass together, so that's 10,000 and some change. Let's do the actual math, you know what, why not? So, just because I want to make absolutely sure, so it's 9 times 6 is 54, right? And then there's times 64, and then times 3. There's 10,368 black concrete powder, 10,368 black stained glass. So now what the task is, we need to get ourselves, looking these blocks. We have to go down into the hole of the big dig, and we need to smooth out the bottom floor so that we can just place the concrete powder on it as powder, and then we're going to pour the water on top of that. And that way, we can save a bit of a step. So we just kind of got to go through and do that. And this shouldn't take long at all. While we're here, I guess we'll get like the diamond that I've been ignoring in the floor, and people have been periodically screaming at me on my stream, "You forgot diamond!" And I'm like, buddy, I don't care about your whack diamond, because diamond is a junk item and absolutely worthless at all times ever. Alright, so I've been thinking for a while how I'm going to place in this floor, because like if I do the whole thing where I remove, because I have to remove all the torches, right? Where I remove all the torches, put the concrete down, put the water on it, there's going to be mobs everywhere, and I think my plan here is to do this all the way down that way, water the whole thing, and then glass on top of it, and then just kind of keep going that way. And that way there's not any like crazy sections for mobs to spawn. And I probably won't even do this whole thing before I use the water, because again, if I do, like, if I go more than 24 blocks down that way, mobs will start spawning behind me, and we want to avoid that, right? So yeah, I think that's the way we're gonna have to do this if we want to avoid having mob problems while we build this. So we're just doing some inventory to see how much iron I'd got from digging the hole. We're pretty well ready to tear it the last little bit, and there's really not going to be any more iron. There might be the odd bit here and there. But, so I was digging through the chests inside there, and I had some iron in chests in my, in the little workshop here. And, that's the iron we got from digging this. That diamond we also got out of the floor when we started putting... I just realized I'm trapped down here. There's no way for me to get up. Anyway, I know what I'll do, it's fine. So that's a lot of iron from digging this. That is a lot of iron. I never realized how common iron ore was. It's everywhere, which is great. We have a decent amount of iron already. This is a large amount of iron. We have iron. And I don't actually have a use for that much iron at the moment. So again, great, awesome. This is fantastic. I guess I'm gonna put this into the super smelter here and get our iron out of it. Not the diamond, obviously. That's just wasteful. And no plans to use it at the moment, but who knows what boat down the road. Putting in our floor. Oh, we still have some torches here. Now we just have to go up and remove this kind of, it's not the ceiling, it's the floor of the ceiling. Up here there's a space. And then after that we have to put in our walls. But this is what our floor is looking like so far. Pretty darn good if you ask me, homies. Yeah, we just gotta tear out these 3 blocks. And yeah, we're probably like 70% done now. So we finished tearing out the thing that was there. What is going on? Why does that look blacker than... What is that, just like a lighting bug? Anyway, we did the math to figure out how many more blocks we're going to need to do the walls. And we need 9,600 more black concrete to finish this. Which, you know, it's basically like doing the ceiling or the floor again, which isn't the end of the world. It won't take that long. But, you know, it's still a lot of resources. So, good job me. So I just found my very first ever in this world enchanted golden apple. They're pretty rare. I'm very excited to have that. That's it though. That's all the news on that. But holy cow. Killed 1,520 squid. You have never been killed by a squid. We're finally done killing squids, maybe forever. If we go over here, that should be enough ink sacs for us to convert all of our sand and gravel that we have in such shulker boxes into black concrete powder, and that should be more than enough to do our walls down in the massive hole. Now the problem we have though is we need to be able to get to the top part of the hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab I don't know if I have enough scaffold for this. Let's see here. Scaffold. Yeah, this isn't looking like it's gonna be enough. Fortunately for me, I've prepared for this moment by planting some bamboo in various locations in this area, and that'll give us stuff to make more scaffold. We need to have a way to walk around the highest point of the walls in the hole so we can pour water on it to turn all the concrete powder into regular concrete, because there's really no reason for us to be placing, like, you know, placing and breaking concrete and then placing it again. We could just, you know, skip a step and save ourselves like an hour and a half. So that's the plan. We're going to use scaffold to, you know, get up to the top, walk all along, putting buckets of water down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so we are now going to put that there, and then just, we skip a block because it spreads like that. Ooh, tries to push me off. That's okay, I guess. We'll have to make sure that the torches don't get popped off because mobs can spawn on scaffold, which I think is totally an oversight, in my opinion. But, oh well, yeah, see, look at that. We'll just keep doing this, and that'll go ahead and convert all of this powder to not powder for us, and we've saved ourselves a bit of time. The alternative would have been, you know, sitting there and making concrete. You hold right click on like a water source on the ground, and holding right click and left click so you're placing it and breaking at the same time. This is about 10,000, and last time we did 10,000 concrete powder, it took us like an hour and a half. So we are hoping that this is, you know, a little bit more economical on time. I'm guessing it'll save me a little bit, about an hour. Putting in the scaffold actually took a surprisingly long amount of time. So that's why it's only going to save me like an hour. But that's an hour saved, and when this project is totaled to something like a 60-hour project, you know, that's worth it. Oh, I didn't start recording it. Right. This is going to be the very first look I get at this without scaffold or water or anything in the way. Oh my god. Where is the corner? Where does the ceiling become wall? This is exactly what I wanted it to look like. I'm so excited. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we still got 3 walls left, and then we've created our void room, and let me tell you, homies, I am bugging. We have finally finished the void. Now, what I am noticing a little bit, you might be able to see, I don't know if it's going to come through in recording at all because the visual settings, I can see a sign there. That's where I'm marking where the center of my exit side is. But I can also notice there is a very, 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 very slight difference between the glass floor, right, and the corner there at the wall. It's the slightest little line. You probably can't even see it in the video on stream or recording. And then we have a lighting bug over here, which I think I know how I will resolve, but currently I am unable to resolve it. Yeah, so here's our void room. We're gonna stick an enchanting table in here. There's literally nothing here. It took me like 60 hours for a room with literally nothing in it. Kind of final look I'm gonna go with for this room, I think. I don't think I'm gonna change it around at all. We have to change the way we get down and then in, but this is it. This is the room. We've got, you know, all our important things for enchanting here. Our crafting table, our chests to store, you know, like lapis and enchanted things or things to enchant. Our grindstone to unenchant things, ender chest obviously. And this we have to work on, but this, I'm calling this done. I am so ready to be done. This, I think I know what I'm gonna do with my way down to this level and then in. It's just a matter of doing it, so. Yeah. Okay, so I was minding my own business, okay? And some crazy thunderstorm happens. It gets really crazy, and there's a skeleton horse. I don't remember how they work. How do you work? What happens? I know there's lightning when you approach it. Aha! Ah, yes! Alright. Is that it? Is that it? Do I just have these horses? It has like no HP! I still have to tame it? Oh, no, they're tamed. I just have to get them saddles. Duh. Okay, that was... Alright, I guess. Okay, so if I ride this, is he fast? He doesn't feel very fast. He also can't jump worth hell, so I'm just gonna assume he sucks. You're dead. They drop bones. Are you fast? You also feel really slow. Hey, well... I don't want to kill them because they're actually, like, kind of cool and rare. Are they all the exact same? Because they suck. Right, well, I'll keep one, I guess. That was a little bit disappointing. I was hoping for a super cool horse. Oh! Is that... Alright, stop shooting the horses. Oh my goodness. Stop shooting at me. Alright, well, at least we know we've got one. Why is he... He's got, like, super punch. Okay. What's the deal with this horse? It's got no HP. It sucks. Oh, that's quite the leap, though. Look at that. Wow. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna keep this basically dead horse and bring it to our horse hole. So I didn't know this about skeleton horses, but they actually move faster in water than regular horses do. That's kind of neat, I guess. Not really useful for anything at all, but, you know. They actually have some sort of... Oh my... I thought I fell in the lava that's there. Anyway, hey, I can just... anyway. Is that another one? No, this is the same one, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And then there's that one from the first bunch. And I bet if I was to wander around a... Hello? If I was to wander around a bit, because I've heard a bunch more of that, like two... I'm pretty sure the way they spawn is when there's two thunder bolts, lightning bolts. The thunder's the noise. I'm an adult that knows that. When there's two at like the same time, that's when a horse has spawned. So let's go take a little... Let's meander around. Since I checked in, I kind of got super carried away with today's live stream, but we went ahead and we made ourselves a way to get down into the void room by falling down this hole. You come out into this long hallway, and there you go. This is really cool. It has like a pulse that'll come out. It'll shut it off again in just a second. Normally it's not a problem because you don't come down and go right back up. But you have to wait for that to go, otherwise you can kind of cause it to break. And now I can go up, and it'll come back up, let me go all the way to the top, and then this is the same way you get down. So you've kind of got both water elevators in the same spot, and falling down is faster than using the magma block bubble column. So we did that, and then we went over and we made it so we can finally get carrots and potatoes out of our carrot and potato farm. I think we've still only at... Oh no, we have got... No, yeah, we still haven't got any more since we did that, because these guys are huge jerks, and I think they all have the greedy trait, which is really, really frustrating. I don't know what the odds of that happening are. Now we're working on a villager, infector, and curer over here, which I need to light up this area before mob spawn because it's getting nighttime. And we tore out an area to make this happen. But the idea is we want to be able to bring villagers into here, infect them with a zombie that we keep here forever, and then take them out once they're cured and they've got better trades. Yeah, we can put the torches there, I guess. So we'll keep a zombie here, and then he'll be able to visit each of these different modules to infect a man, and then infect another man, and then another man, and then we take them back, and then we can cure them all, and then take them out to go back into the trading hall, or wherever we want to keep them. Alright, so we've got our thingy pretty well figured out here. It's all built and operational-ish, except we can't... When I tested it in a creative world, if you drop them into a minecart in a spot, it worked. I guess here we can go screw ourselves, though. So the way we need to finagle this is to have... That's good. So we need to bring this minecart out a little bit. Come here. Very good. And that was way more than what we wanted. So we scoot it, and while it's moving Alright, didn't work. We didn't catch it that time. But yeah, so basically it needs to hit them with like enough momentum for it to pick them up. There we go, just like that. So now we can send him into this little cubby. That trapdoor is holding him in while we waited to put him in. So, it's time to start converting dudes. We want to bring him over to each module. First he goes there. I think he's aggroed at me though, huh? What if I leave? There we go. So we have to wait. Jesus. How do zombies ever kill anything? Does it take that long? Alright, well we have to wait, apparently, forever for him to actually kill that man. Really? Oh my god, it is that slow. How do zombies ever kill villages? Good grief. This is ridiculous. And if I come in, is he ever going to attack again? No. He wants to kill me. Wow. So we have to spend the entire time out of sight. Wow. Can I reset that timer by going in and out? Hey, it's me. You want to get me, right? And then I go back in, or out. No, he's just got the slowest attack speed of anyone ever. Okay. I'm gonna hold off before I, like, give him a weapon. Because I don't want him to hit me for a lot, you know? Kind of a big problem if he's, you know, smacking me for 2 or 3 hearts through my armor. So we'll find out if I'll ever be in a situation where I have to bump him. I guess after he finishes killing this dude. How is he still alive? This is awful. Who thought that was good, to make it so slow? Who thought that was good? Also, he sits. The villagers don't sit. Why don't they have a sit? That's kind of lame. The villager is killed. So if you press this button, we want to see... Oh no. Aha! So that's why we didn't go ahead and immediately do that. So we have to be able... It worked when the minecarts were empty. Why are you burning? What? No! Stop! Why? There's no blocks above here. No! Please tell me he survives. Thank God. Okay, that was a good learning lesson. I can't believe I forgot to put blocks there. I guess I'm just gonna do that. Alright. Good job, me. That was a close call. So, we have to be able to nudge him. Empty minecarts. Oh yeah, I forgot I named him. Empty minecarts would... I press this button and it would send him out. What if I push him further in? Does that do anything? No. We're just kind of SOL. Well, in that case, we just have to tank it. So we can't give him a sword, because that'll be too dangerous. So now, we want to send him over to this guy. And while he's killing him, we'll cure our other pal. Did that... Yes. Cool. And again, he won't ever do that while I'm here. So I guess while that guy's curing, he can be killing our next guy. Whenever you're ready. Hit him. Just take a hit. Just punch him. Alright, so sup. I just spent some time off-stream trading after I finished the conversions. So everybody in this front row here are all converted except for the librarians, because I'm not really worried about their value. Like I said, like that's already a good price for a mending book. Even before that, I don't really mind. The name tag only goes down by like 3, and that would be the only thing I'd really want to discount. And then the glass and the lantern trades are already, again, like super cheap. So there's no real point to me discounting them. But like having 1 emerald glowstone, 1 emerald EXP bottles, 1 emerald pumpkin, melon, and golden carrots has been really good to me. So you got 145 levels from trading. I filled that completely. So that's pretty beautiful to have. And then if we go over, I put these chests down, we got that much glowstone, that much glass, that many golden carrots, and that many bottles of enchanting from that session. So we're gonna go bust out a whole bunch of levels. The kind of plan I'm kicking on is to just enchant books. there's not much point enchanting anything else as far as I'm concerned, because I can get anything I'd want to add to other things through books. So rather than farting around and taking a bunch of time enchanting through, you know, oh, do I want... Alright, like I was saying before, I was very rudely interrupted. It just, you know, it's easier to just enchant a book real quick than go, do I want, you know, a sword, a pickaxe, or whatever. I'm just gonna do a bunch of books. So, here we go. I'm probably not gonna show enchanting all of them, because, oh my god, these are being terrible. That's not bad. Holy goodness. Yeah, but, you know, I will go through a few, and that's an enchanted book already. And show anything like that is really, really good after. Ooh, that sweeping edge is good. I actually need that for my sword. I'd like to see Smite 4 at some point too. Feather Falling is always nice to get, because I want to get a different set of armor for each of the like the different types of protections you can get on armor. Oh, that's out of... I was like, no way did I go through all that already. Oh, that's annoying too. No, it's weird to Lapis though, that's fine. Because we have Hela. Unbreaking's always good. Ooh, what was that? Piercing 4, Sharpness 3, Infinity. Alright, well anyway, maybe we are going through them all in the video, because we're basically already done. Another Bane of Arthropods. Have I seen Smite yet? Another Bane of Arthropods. Feather Falling again. There's Smite. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to finish our sword at the very least. Another multi-shot. That seems pretty common. Channeling, that's good to have, because I do want to get Trident for that as well. Now we're done. Cool. That didn't take that long. And we've got lots and lots of books. So let's see here. We've got Smite there and Sweeping Edge somewhere. Sweepy sweep. Sweepy sweep. There we go. So we can actually finish our sword finally. It's been crazy long time with the bad... Alright, there we go. So we finally finished our sword. That's, in my opinion, the best sword you can get. Anything else, like Sharpness... The reason I like Smite over Sharpness is because with Smite, I can one-shot most undead mobs or mobs that get wounded more by Smite. Sharpness never gives you that ability. It saves you like one hit on creepers, which isn't that difficult to do anyway. So I'd rather, you know, one-shot some things than nothing. And that's why I like Smite. So these other books are all kind of profit. I'm kind of looking over. We didn't really get... I was hoping to see Blast Protection. And I don't need Fire Protection. And Projectile Protection would be nice. And I didn't get any of that. That's hilarious. Well, that's okay. So now that we've got a full shulker box full of emerald blocks, I think I'm going to go put that in a shulker box. And I guess dye it green. And we'll hold on to that. And then... I guess probably, I don't know, keep trading. I'm kind of off stream right now, and I don't want to do anything major off stream. Collecting resources I already have, you know, access to doesn't bother me, because it's not like it requires, like, I like to do mining off stream if I can. Do I have any? I don't have any green dye. Alright, well, okay, I mean light green dye. Obviously I've got green dye. I've got more green dye than anyone's ever used in their lives. But yeah, so mining I like to do off stream, stuff like that. But as far as creating things goes, if I'm not streaming, I feel like guilty about it. So let's see, where is... I thought we were higher than that. Alright, well, obviously I was mistaken. We are... there we go. Perfect. So we'll make ourselves a lime green shulker box to put our emerald blocks in. And honestly, I can just start leaving beacon bases around. There's no reason for me to pick them back up. They're kind of really, really easy to replace now if I make them out of emeralds, so that'll be fun. Alright, YouTube, it's been about 3.5 hours of progress. However, we can actually subtract about an hour worth of that because I'm really dumb. And I screwed up the project I was working on. We were specifically avoiding looking at it, because we got it all done at once. You might be able to notice a hint of it up there, and then snaking its way all over to here. We built a new kelp farm. This is, you know, that versus that. The reason we built this kelp farm here was because while we are in this area, that kelp farm doesn't produce kelp at its proper rates. It goes significantly slower. Likewise, while we're over there, this one will also be significantly slower, but that's okay, because that one's much larger, and we just need some kelp production over here. We are seeing... Hang on, I just saw it here a second ago. We are seeing some bits of kelp still getting stuck for some reason. We had the same problem over there, and that's fine. It's a tiny, tiny amount in comparison. We have a lot of the same like firing mechanism as the other one, so if we go over to here, you can see we've still got the 3 blocks so an observer detects when the kelp gets up to there and then breaks it, and then it goes into a stream. And then we also have the same daylight sensor thing where whenever this repeater changes, so there's not enough power to reach it, it'll give an update to this observer and send a signal all the way to the top. However, if we back up a bit, we can actually get a look at it. I kind of did this cool thing where we alternate where the thing comes from, just to, you know, give it a bit of a different look to it. And then we've got the water coming from the sides and meeting in the middle, as opposed to everything meeting in the middle. I think it looks very, very neat. And the way this activation works, we'll hit that and just give it a sec. So it works kind of like the same way as our other one. You'll notice sometimes the kelp goes across, and I think that's kind of neat. It's obviously a minor loss to its like traveling efficiency, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, and that kelp got stuck. That's no small problem. We might end up having to make a massive change, because it's happening on 3 of the 4 layers. I wonder why it's not happening on the very bottom layer. Anyway, we'll have to keep our eye on that, because that looks like it'll be taking away a fair bit of our efficiency. So you'll follow the observer line going up. Actually, we'll start with this one because it's lower and easier to see. You'll follow it going up, and I need scaffolding now that I really think about it, because you can't really see with all this stuff in the way, and we have to get up there. You can kind of see this way though. So it comes up, and then this line goes across, and then this observer observes that observer, which observes those observers, and sends our signal to this block, which this is the observer that detects when it grows. So it's, you know, the same thing, much more compact. The alternative we had there was unnecessarily large, but also a fair bit cheaper. So, you know, pros and cons. There was a lot of repeaters in this one. This one's a lot of observers. Observers are far more expensive. But we can go up here and look what we've got going on here. So these two go into, there's observers on the side of those, and again, we've just got these jammed up close to each other. I think it's very, very cool. I wish I knew why that... It's definitely a momentum thing, so sometimes it goes across and then it doesn't have enough to make it back, I think. Or it meets at the same time. Let's see if we can't, force the bottom to get stuck. Oh! And this kelp's getting stuck here. Why is that? Is it doing on the other end? No. Is it doing it anywhere else up there? Can I... Thank you. Yeah. It doesn't appear like it was getting... Oh no, it's getting stuck here too. Now, why is that? Do I need to make all of these blue ice to slightly reduce its friction so it makes it to the point where this water can pick it up? That's kind of what it's looking like. And that also making that blue ice might fix that problem too. That sucks. Okay, well, then let's do that then. We've got to switch out the blue ice. Replacing the blue ice... Oh no. That's in the water! What the hell is that? Hello, homies. We finally came up with a solution. The trick now is going to be making this thing not look terrible. Because, you know, we've kind of got this big structure here around the base. And I think what we might do is build up a thing around it so you kind of can't see this, like have it hidden. And then have some sort of color in like that grassy spot and that grassy spot going up. It's going to be a little tricky making this thing, you know, look... Oh, goodness! Yeah, it's going to be a little tricky making this thing not look terrible, but, you know, we'll get there.
Help!